Frame by frame, this tigress is critically ill. There's no trace of a queen of the jungle's aura. She was once the acclaimed Queen of Ranthambore, yet tormented by loneliness for 2 long years. Even with her body in this state, on the 5th day before her death, she still rushed into the water hole, swallowing an alligator as her final spectacle, just to protect her family's glory. Grandmother Moshli, Mother Krishnan, also once dominated this area. She is T84, the Arrowhead Queen. And why does everyone lament for the Arrowhead Queen? It's not about the number of alligators she hunted, but about the Arrowhead Queen herself, seeing her fierce resistance against fate and the strength she unleashed for her family. Even if she had countless wounds on her body, God would exchange her wounds for a robe. The queen, tormented by hypoxia and plague, could only hold on for 3 months before going to Harrow. And she still had 3 cubs to raise. Even if she carried a burden, exhausted her spirit, she endured the great pain to hunt. Even when she was frail, she struggled for 2 years, raising 9 children. Midway, she was even declared missing, or even dead, but she would eventually return with prey, returning to her children's side, nurturing them carefully until the cubs could stand on their own. The queen chose to hide her love inside, until one day she sensed her life was nearing its end. She dragged her frail body, stepping into her daughter's territory, step by step. Now she has assimilated into this body of water. Arrowhead didn't mean to give her a surprise. She just wanted to feel the closeness one last time, though entering the territory risked being killed. The 2 grandsons in front of her didn't recognize her. They became vigilant, ready to attack at any time. Arrowhead immediately laid down, signaling no malice. At this, her daughter, Lazy, seemed to recognize her mother. She immediately drove the 2 children away, as if smelling the scent of death emanating from her mother. Then she quietly watched her mother, just as her mother once silently protected her. Arrowhead felt a peace she hadn't known in 2 years. She slept beside her daughter for the very last time. The next day, she walked out of her daughter's territory. She absolutely could not die in front of her daughter. Unknowingly, she walked to her birthplace. The familiar air reminded her of her mother. Her mind was filled with memories of her mother's desperate cries. Among the siblings, Arrowhead was always sickly. Her mother was always especially attentive to her as she grew up. Arrowhead Canyeliers, constantly challenging the authority of her mother. Krishna knew her mother would still habitually thank her more. Finally, her mother left her territory, handing the throne over to Arrowhead. It seems that all of Arrowhead's thoughts led her to her grandmother's birthplace. She slowly came to rest beneath a tree. At this moment, the familiar faces were unusually quiet. Who knows if she was seeing her mother, her children, and the siblings 10 years of guarding this land, your story will be passed down for a very, very long time. Good night, Arrowhead.